Hello YouTube, this is Spirit Journey. I would like to share with you 3 photos that I took on a train in New York City. This was the F train going to Queens. I saw this picture that you see of 3 people, and it's about one's equal rights and if you believe that you've been discriminated against, to contact the phone number that's provided. When I saw this photo, I was very surprised to see it. And again, it could be a paradigm shift because in the picture, as you see a woman on the far right, and she's wearing a hijab. I think that's what it's called, a hijab. It's the dress that Muslim women wear, at least some Muslim women wear. And in the middle, you have a woman of color wearing a construction hat. So I presume in this picture that this woman is depicting a woman that's in a non-traditional job. And then to the far left is a picture of a man. I think he's an East Asian man. I'm not sure of the ethnicity. I think why it took me by surprise is that they did have the Muslim woman in the photograph. In New York City, we do have a lot of Muslims, but in the general media, Muslims aren't depicted. So New York City wants people now to be sensitive to and be aware of Muslims, that their rights, their equal rights in New York City could be compromised. And so it's letting people know and letting Muslim know and Muslim women know that if you are being discriminated against, they are encouraged to come forward and to file a complaint. And that's good. No one should be discriminated against. But it just opened my eyes because I never saw anything directly addressing the Muslim population in New York City. Again, this picture that I took was taken in April 2017. Today, I saw an advertisement over YouTube, one of the commercials, and this was about a man, an Arabic-speaking man. He was he could have been on a plane or something. They were traveling, and he's on the phone, and he's talking. I think it was translated what he's actually saying. He was sharing endearments with, I presume, his wife. And a American woman who speaks English approaches the man and says that him talking Arabic is offending the rest of the people and for him to speak English. Now that took me, I was very surprised at this commercial. Again, it's to bring an awareness that not to be biased against Arab speakers. And ever since 9/11, this is the first time that I heard them actually speak, the media speak on behalf of Arab speakers, and that there might have been a problem of people speaking Arabic in public situations. So again, this is an awareness for me and the sensitization of the needs of Muslims and Arabic-speaking people. Now this is another picture that I saw in the same subway, in the same train, and the one that I showed you before was right next to this one that you see here of a man and a woman, and they both black. And again, it's the same type of advertisement, awareness about discrimination, and this one talks about wage earnings. And this really took me by surprise because how it affected me when I read it. Now, I felt that this picture, it was separating and putting an antagonism between the black male versus the black female. They have the black female to the left in a larger photo. It's a very clear picture, and then to her right is the photo of the black male that's a little smaller in size and also a little blurred out. And I felt that the ad was suggesting that the black woman is not getting the full pay and blaming the black male. Again, I know that many people could look at the same photo and they may come to a different conclusion. But I felt that to have the photos not of equal par and the expressions on their face, and it seemed like it was to blame one for the other's lack of economic viability. I wonder what you think, when you see this photo, how do you interpret it? So with both of these posters displayed on the train, and to see them together, I felt a little bit uneasy watching it. Now, they're very important messages, both of them, about equal rights, and every group, every race in New York City should have the protection under the law that their rights, whether it's discrimination in housing or wage earnings, equal work, equal pay. But I felt with both of these pictures, these posters next to each other, I felt like that it was excluding the importance of the black male. Now, the first picture, with the first picture, I should see again that the black male is excluded. And posters, you have many posters with black people, men and women, but in this photo, the black male is not present, even though black people are the second largest group, and that blacks are no longer being shown here, but you have a Muslim, another woman of color, but she doesn't look like a African American per se, and then an Asian man. So I took this picture as that the time of the black in New York, whether male or female, in this photo, that you're in the back seat now, and that now the forefront of discrimination is now being focused on a different demographics, such as the Asian, a possible Hispanic woman in the middle, and then a Muslim. And so I thought, wow, this is a real paradigm shift. So no longer, when I saw this picture, no longer is the black family, the black individuals, the poster selection of someone being discriminated, now someone else is being showed as a forefront of being discriminated against. So again, with this second picture, with the black woman and black male, that why this is important to me is that I don't want us to be forgotten in the media about our rights. And I want the black man and the black woman to work together as a team, and that we're not to compete and fight against each other, because we have to keep the community together. And that if we work together, whether we're just friends or just being a part of the community, we have to come together as allies, not enemies. And so I think in a nutshell, what these two media posters meant to me, that blacks are, at least how I took it, that there seems to be a strain, and that other groups now are more in the focus now of discrimination. Again, we're not to fight and compete against each other. We work together. We have to work smart. And I think this will, by doing so, will transcend any problem that we may encounter. Let's stay strong, but together. I almost forgot. This is the last photo that I took. Now this photo I took in May of this year, 2017. And this I got on the bus, and I thought it was very interesting. Now, as you see, it talks about that on the bus, there is a, on the top part where it says notice, this bus. And then on the right side it says that there may be a DNA kit. You see that? I saw that, I said, this is very odd. Now, what do they mean by a DNA kit? If anyone knows what this could mean, I have no idea. I mean, when I think of DNA, I think of blood, semen. I mean, that's what I was thinking. DNA kit. Now, I don't know what, I mean, what do you guys think it means? I also want to talk about, like, I noticed on the bus, I didn't want to, now this photo was taken right behind the bus driver. And so I didn't want to, to invade the driver's privacy. But in New York City, you have these buses, and now there's a plexiglass sheet that covers the side entry of the, shielding the bus driver. And so when I watch this, this sign, and that it's now considered a felony if you attack a bus driver. Now, why would anyone want to attack a bus driver per se? But it's like it's putting attention on something that I felt was never there. I've been taking mass transit now for over 40 years. And very rarely, I personally never seen a bus driver get assaulted. But again, on YouTube, you have seen people post things about the bus driver. I have seen disturbances amongst passengers, among other passengers, but not a passenger attacking a bus driver. So I feel that the communication that this particular media is depicting, that there's something wrong with the passenger, and that the passenger is a potential threat against the bus driver. Now, I have seen bus drivers act irate to passengers who have not said anything against the bus driver. So I feel that to have this type of media is putting antagonism against, between the driver and the passenger. Now, the driver's job, it should be one who wants to protect and to bring the passengers safely to their destination. But instead, that's not the focus. And the focus seems like you could hurt me. But it also could be the reverse. That bus driver could hurt somebody by the method of their driving. In New York City, I find a lot of the bus drivers are driving, I think, very fast. They don't wait for the person to sit down on the bus. And you have a lot of people who may be not strong in their ability to stand. Let's say they have a physical impairment or the elderly, and that there might be a mobility issue, and the bus driver goes so fast. And so I find that problematic, and I wish they would address that issue in New York City. I feel that the whole message now in New York City is that something is wrong with others. Be on alert. It's like being hyper-vigilant. And I wish they'd project something more of a positive message. So that's all that my feelings are about this. And feel free to comment below. And maybe where you live, you have other type of media or posters that may project certain messages that is unique to your area. Please share them. And you could comment below and share this video with friends and family members. Feel free to subscribe to Spirit Journey and to give me the thumbs up if you like this video. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.